Good afternoon, you 3,000 wonderful subscribers and anyone else that's joining us along the way as we turn this ex-AA pickup truck into a self-contained camping trailer. In the last episode, we bonded all the battens to the fiberglass shell, put in the insulation and also first fixed all the wiring. In this episode, we're going to be putting in the ply lining, the carpet and also the vinyl floor. So unlike a van, this is very small. And it's also got very small openings. So this floor is going to have to be put down in lots of little sections because we can't get big pieces of ply through these tiny little doors. So what I'm basically going to do is put a section in here, sort of from there to there, and then another section which I'm going to slide through the opening at the back there, that drops down, which is going to fill that, and then we're going to have to piece in that corner and that corner. That'll be the floor. Then, like we did in Apollo, we're going to carpet all the hard to reach areas and the corners and the nooks and crannies, like these little things that used to be the flashing beacons for the AA truck, which are now going to be speaker holders. So we're going to carpet all those little bits separate and then wrap the panels in carpet and put them up on the walls. The reason we do it that way is because if you ever have any problems with wiring or leaks or anything like that, over time, it means you can take the panels back off the walls and access everything quite easily. Rather than wrapping the whole panel and the van wall in carpet, it ruins it when you take it off. Once we've got all that done and finished, then we can put down the vinyl floor. We've gone for a wood effect, mainly because I had it in. And we're trying to do this build as cheaply as possible. If you'd have seen in the last episode, all this insulation was free out of a caravan that we acquired, and almost everything else has been stuff that we've just had left over from other jobs to try and keep the cost down of the build. That's the floor in and down, all screwed up. We've pieced in under there and we've managed to get the whole floor from a single sheet of ply, with it being such a small area, apart from the areas under the bed and under here. In reality, I'm not going to go out and buy another sheet of 9mm ply. You see, we're building this trailer purely for the YouTube channel. There's no cash payment at the end. There's nobody funding this. We're trying to keep the cost down as much as we can. If we get some old scraps of 9mm ply to get those little bits finished, they're always going to be accessible through the cupboard, so it's not a massive issue at the minute. So the next job is to start doing the carpet around the speaker pod and carpet lining the walls. So I've spent the morning making templates up for some of the trickier areas in here, and since it's a small funny shaped box, there's a lot of tricky areas. Now usually if I need to scribe a wall, I use this, just a piece of wood cut to a point, drop a pencil in it, and then all you need to do is put your piece of wood up against the wall, and when it touches at the top, measure the distance at the biggest area, drill a hole at that distance, and then follow that all the way up, and that will transfer the exact shape onto your piece of wood. Now in here we can't do that because you need the piece of wood to be bigger than the hole and it'll touch there. So we've made a template out of cardboard, and we transfer that onto the wood and cut it out. Again, this corner would have been ridiculous to do in measurements because dog legs there, it's got to go around that little bracket there, you've got to get around that, it comes down and round. So we've templated that one as well. So now we've got this wall up, my next job is to mount the TV. Now I know what you're thinking, that's a bit premature, but I've got two very good reasons as to why I'm going to mount the TV now. Now the first and main reason is because I've got the exact grid reference of where my mounting part is on this wall there. And as I get further and further through the van, and I decide to do this at the end, I'll have covered that up. Now I can transfer that to a piece of paper, but let's face it, that's going to get lost. So that's the main reason. But the second reason is, if you've got a chance to have a glimpse of a bit of a finished project while you're doing your van, take it. Just by having that finished carpeted wall, I'll mount the TV bracket, and just for 5 minutes I'm going to slip the TV on and look at a little section of a complete article, and that just gives you that extra bit of a boost to go, you know what, let's get cracking. So that's the next job. There you go, look at that. Now if we just zoom into there, just sort of there, it just gives you that illusion that your van's finished. But it also just gives you a bit of a kick up the backside. You think, you know what, that little piece of the van that's done there, there's only a few more pieces like that to do. You got a finished van, one step at a time. Right, TV off, let's get cracking. We've got quite a lot of panelling up now. All this is done and finished. Obviously these are going to be cupboard doors, so they don't need doing. And we've got all the corner panels and the pillar panels all in. It's just the roof and the back wall left to do, both of which I'm not looking forward to. Yesterday we had a big clear out and got rid of all the cardboard bar one little bit. So I've managed, dogs are going mental, I've managed to make a template that basically fits into this corner around that. Obviously the roof is slightly curved, the wall is very curved, and there's that in the corner. So I've made a template that fits there, and when you flip that template, it fits there. I've measured from there to there and there to there to make sure that when I lay it on the board, it's the right distance apart to fill the middle in. What? Beach? Trying to film. I'm happy with that for a first try and cut. It looks like I just need to trim a little bit there because it's tight up here, but it's also tight there, and I've got a slight gap there. So by trimming that corner there, should take it across and then let it go up all the way. I've got a feeling we're going to be playing the okey cokey with this piece of wood. Second time, second fail, but we're getting closer. Just going to trim a bit off here because that is tight, and then that should then let that up, so that'll be flush and that'll be flush, and we can get this bottom corner in. This side is all fitting up and around there, so we're happy with that. Third time's the charm. Third time was not the charm. Very close though. We're gonna have to do a bit of trimmage because we've got to get carpet on it yet. We're still ever so slightly tight there, but now the more we go up there, the tighter it's becoming here, and we are so snug there. So I'm just going to take a little slither off there to make sure that we can get carpet in. I think that side will be all right. I'll maybe run the sander down that side. There's just enough room to get carpet in there. Fourth time is the charm. Finally, it fits. I've used all the little scraps of smoke stretch fit carpet that I've got for doing all the little pillars and the corners, and I've got bits inside the cupboards to do. So all the scraps have come in for that, and I've got one big lump left over from a job, which is brilliant because I think we've got this panel to do, which fits beautifully onto there. And then we've got all this and a good chunk down there to do two pieces for the roof. So the whole thing is going to be made up of leftovers. We've managed to do the whole van with stuff that we've handed over. If I'd have just only kept this big piece and thrown all the scraps in the bin, there was no way we would have done that. So my hoarding has really come in helpful for this trailer. If you ever see me doing something in these updates and vlogs that you'd really like to see in more detail and me to show you how that's done, please drop me a comment in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to make a video that's more in-depth into a particular job rather than just showing you the whole build as we work through it. So please don't hesitate, make sure you drop a comment in the comment section. Even if you're not, just say hi. The amount of people that say when they see me in person that they've been watching my YouTube videos, and my reply is always, why are you telling me now? Tell me on YouTube. Drop a comment, say hi, you know, let us know. It really helps us and it benefits the channel if you guys interact with me. Don't wait till you see me in the street or see me at a show. Interact now, we can talk. So top tip, we're about to put this in now and screw it into place. All I've done, so I've got a batten here, yeah, so I've put a piece of tape just there, and again we've got a batten there, so I'll put a piece of tape just there, and again we have a batten just there, piece of tape just there. So when I offer this up now, I know where to put the screws. Another off-cut of ply to the rescue to make the tailgate piece new. That's going to just cover this drop down tailgate there that I'd completely forgotten about, but luckily I've got some more ply that I've ordered. Well, there's two things left to do in this video. One of them I'm laid on, we need to put vinyl floor on this. The other one I'm looking at, and I'm not looking forward to it. So we need to get the ceiling done. Well, that's the ceiling up. Now to do the floor. We've got another bit of thriftiness coming for you. So we've pulled a lot of things out of Lee's bargain basement to build this trailer, but now we're going into Jane's bargain basement because my mum was the queen of thrifty, and after she passed away we cleared her house out, and in the garage we found the mother load of vinyl flooring that she'd taken up out of houses from friends, I don't even know. So we've ended up with lots and lots of vinyl flooring. I got it all back here, laid it out in the unit, cut off all the best bits and kept it, and I earmarked one when we did it for the trailer floor. So that is exactly what we need. Going for a nice grey wood effect. Let's get it down and get it in the trailer. I'm pretty buzzing that my mum's thriftiness gets to live on in the trailer with this vinyl floor, and I'm going to show you what it looks like now. Obviously the lighting in there is not great. When we got into the second fix electric video, we'll have this bit of cable dangling down. I'll be a light, so I'll show you a bit better. But really pleased with the progress from this video. We've just got all the walls done. TV's still there, reminding me of how cool it's going to be when it's finished. But the ceiling is all finished. We've left where the ply was missing in behind the wheel arches. That is not stuck down, so I can flap that back and put a piece of ply in should I wish to, but like I say, it's going to be inside a cupboard. That might get left. So once again, thank you to everyone that came and said hello at the International Campervan and Overlander show, because you guys have given me the kick up the backside to get on with this. I've been lacking a bit of motivation, but hearing the great feedback from you guys has really spurred this trailer build on. We are flying through it. Still to come, we have to box these ugly roller shutters in, we've got to do the second fix electrics, we've got to build the kitchen, we've got to build the bed, we've got to build the cabinets, we've got to plumb everything in. There's work to do, so there's been no better time ever to hit that subscribe button, click the bell notifications so you don't miss a thing. Make sure you do that, like, share, comment and all that jazz, and we will see you in the next video.